following video is an activity analysis of ironing pants. Ironing pants is an IADL that is a part of the home establishment and management. Ironing pants include specific equipment like an iron, ironing board, and a pair of pants.
The main body structures used are the hands and arms. An individual has to have the necessary muscle, sensory, cognitive, and neuromuscular functions in order to achieve this activity.
Before ironing pants, an individual needs to gather the necessary materials needed to complete this task. Sequencing the certain steps to ironing pants is crucial because if the client goes out of order, the task will not come to completion. The environment needed is a well-lit, fully accessible area in the home. Making sure that there is appropriate space around the ironing board is important in order to prevent injuries and falls.
The first step of ironing pants is to fill the iron with water. The client has to have visual perception in order to pour the water into the right place in the iron as well as fine motor skills to grip the cup and pour the water in.
Second step of ironing pants is making sure the equipment is in the right place. For example, moving the ironing board close to the outlet where the iron was plugged in order to make sure it reaches. The client has to lift the board and walk it to the right place and have the endurance in order to move it with no issues. They also have to have the necessary gross motor skills as well as movement and muscle function to complete this part of the activity.
The third step is plugging in the iron and turning the knob to the right place. A skill needed for this part is handling the iron. This skill is important to make sure that the client does not drop the iron or injure themselves while doing it. Handling initiates the whole process of ironing. Without the iron being plugged in, this activity would not be completed. Adjusting the knob dials is also a vital process skill for this step.
The fourth step is unfolding the pants and laying them on the iron board, as well as adjusting the seams of the pants. Skills needed are gripping the pants and manipulating the pants without dropping them or fumbling them. Organizing the pants on the board so that the iron will go smoothly is important.
The fifth step is ironing the top, middle, and bottom of the left and right pant leg. Coordinating the hands to hold the pants to prevent them from falling as well as holding the iron is important. Gripping the iron with a steady hand prevents the risk of burning the pants or dropping the iron. The client should pace themselves throughout the task. The client should adjust the pants to iron each spot in order to effectively achieve this task. The same steps and processes apply to ironing the back of the pants. The client has to make sure they are attending and are concentrating on what they are doing, not getting distracted. Using smooth and fluid arm and wrist movements is necessary skill to make sure that the iron does not stay in one spot for too long and initiate the risk of burning the pants.
last step is to place the pants to the side and unplug and turn off the iron, as well as put the ironing board away. This requires the client to transport the items while walking and not dropping or bumping into things. Restoring and putting away the materials needed for this activity is significant in order to make sure that everything is in the same condition it was before the client started the task. Terminating the activity at this point is crucial to bring the task to completion and not ending it before all the steps have been completed.
The skill needed for social interaction is beneficial. Ironing the pants is important to do in order to go out into public, because if the pants are wrinkly, it will not be socially appropriate. It is good to make sure the client themselves feels accepted in society, and with unironed pants, it would be harder to have positive social interactions.
Baby, there's nothing holding me back.